Alright guys, the day has come. I'm finally going to show you a full in-depth like YouTube length tutorial on how I do my own curly haircut. For reference, here's what it looks like when it's curly. Obviously right now it's blown out. I just wanted to give you guys an example of what it looks like straight as well, because I always show my hair curly. One of the biggest questions that I get is like if this haircut also looks good on straight hair, or if it's going to look weird when you straighten your hair if you do it, but I don't think it does. I think it's really cute when my hair is blown out too. It just gives it a bunch of layers really, so it's kind of like any layered haircut that you would get on straight hair too. So yeah, I think it looks cute. This is what it looks like blown out, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. A quick disclaimer before you actually start following the tutorial: this is not like a simple, super easy to do haircut. So honestly, I would try doing one of those like wolf cut or butterfly haircut tutorials first, where you do like the couple, or I think it's like 2 or 3 ponytails on your head and you cut them like in front of your face, just because those are way easier to do, and they also are going to give you sort of a like more gentle result. Basically, like you can do those where it's not even going to cut the length of your hair any shorter, it's just going to add layers into the length that you already have and everything. So maybe try that first, and then if you aren't happy with that, like how that comes out, then maybe come back and try this one, because it is more complicated and like harder to do than those. This is how I cut it and it works the best for me. I'm not a professional hairstylist, so if you are a hairstylist, just stop watching this now. This video is not for you. Okay, without further ado, haircut tutorial time. I'm gonna do like any little touch up that it needs and kind of just walk you through the process to show you like what I would be doing if I was cutting it more, even though right now I'm actually not cutting it that much. So just pretend, I guess, if you don't see any like hair falling out of the scissors, it's because I don't really need to cut it right now. Okay, let's do it. So the things you're gonna need, I would have a couple clips or scrunchies or something. You can use whatever you want. You just need a few to section off your hair while you're doing it. A brush, because you're gonna be brushing out your hair even if you're doing this on curly hair. And obviously you need some hair cutting scissors. I'm not gonna lie, I used to just do this with regular scissors, like craft scissors or whatever the best scissors were that I found like lying around in my house. You definitely should buy some real hair cutting shears. The reason is just because they're gonna be really sharp, and like the sharper they are, the cleaner they're gonna cut the ends of your hair, and then you're not gonna get split ends from cutting your hair with dull scissors. So like to keep the ends the healthiest, I would just get some regular hair scissors. I think I have some on my Amazon. I always cut my hair when it's dry. I don't usually do a blowout first. My hair just happens to be blown out right now, but even if it's curly, I will just brush it out, because I do think that being able to see your actual like hair texture and hair pattern a little bit while you're doing this is helpful. Okay, so the key to this whole haircut is the bangs. Like literally the entire thing is centered around the curtain bangs. So the first thing you need to do is decide how much bang you want to have, like how far back you want to go and how short or long you want them to be. The way that I do this, the shorter the bangs are, also the shorter the layers are. I know not everyone is going to agree with this, but I just like when my bangs and layers start at the same place, because I feel like it makes the whole thing look more cohesive. So if I'm going to have like short layers up here, I want the bangs to also start up there so that it all kind of blends around, and I think that's what gives it like the round shape. And I base the whole haircut on the bangs. So also like to do this my way, if you want the shorter layers like I have right now that give it this like very round full shape, you do kind of also have to have the little shorter bangs to like blend through it. And my bangs are pretty thick because I went with the way where you just find like where your head starts to be flat and they like naturally fall forward kind of. So for me, that's like about here. Just kind of getting the rest out of the way for now. If you're a hairstylist, just literally stop watching now, because I'm about to do a bunch of things that you probably think I shouldn't do, but this is just what works for me. This is where you're going to decide where you want the first layer of the rest of your hair to start too, because that's where your bangs are going to end. You're cutting curtain bangs just diagonally through this piece. Like you can brush it straight down and just cut a diagonal. Just make sure that the longest part that you leave at the end is where you want the first layer of your hair to start. So it's shortest here, longest here. The longest part is where the layers are. I don't actually want to make them shorter really, so I'm just giving myself like literally the tiniest little trim right here, like dusting the ends. And make sure when you do this that the bangs that you're cutting are only this triangle part at the top to like your temple area. You don't want to cut this part that's like right above your ear too short. You're starting with literally just what you want to be the bangs, which will also be about the thickness of the first layer of your hair. If your hair is thinner than mine, just do each layer much thinner. Like you can literally do like super thin tiny sections. Honestly, the thinner sections you do either way, the more like blended the haircut is going to look overall. So even if you have thick hair like mine, I would still recommend doing like pretty thin sections. And then I would just take about the same amount from each right in the middle and check that those are about the same length, which for me they are. That's pretty good. So I would leave those like that. And then I will also take 2 pieces from the very outside and check that those are about the same, which they also are. So that just helps me make sure that both sides are gonna be relatively even. Okay, then I'm gonna take it all down and kind of brush it back together so that I can see how the bangs blend into the rest of my hair. And I'm gonna take that same front section of my hair all the way down to my ear now. So now I have all of this hair that's in the front, and then I'll clip the rest out of the way, and same on the other side based on where my bangs were. I'll take it all the way down to my ear and have that front part out. This is how we're gonna connect it all to give you that face framing so that it all looks super blended and not just like short bangs on long hair. Just brush it all together down the side of your face, and if you slide your fingers down your hair, you're gonna find where those bangs ended, which for me looks like it's right about there. So then what you're gonna do is cut diagonally again through the rest of your hair, but once again, you need to make sure that you don't cut too short, because this front part, however short you cut it, is basically going to be how short all of your hair looks from the front. So if you want to keep all the length in the front of your hair, make sure that you're cutting at like such a steep angle that you're just connecting the bangs to the bottom of your hair if you don't want to take any length off the front. I connect this at a pretty rounded angle, which is why my haircut looks more round, but it's also why from like, if it's all behind me or the side, it looks more like a shag, where it's kind of like a bob almost in the front, and then it's longer in the back because I do it more harsh. So like I said, my bangs are ending right about there. So then I just cut all of this diagonally right down to the end, and I'm actually not gonna make the ends any shorter because I already have this haircut, so I basically just did like a tiny little dusting there. Really what we're doing here is creating the face framing and also creating a guide for the entire rest of the haircut. The whole haircut is just based on this. Personally, I like doing it that way because I care the most about what the front of my hair looks like anyway. So I started doing it this way because it lets me like get the front exactly how I want it and then just cut all the rest of it to match basically. So now I am just very lightly dusting it because I don't really need to cut it right now, just blending it all the way down. All right, and mine looks a little silly because it's blown out, so it's like curling in weird directions right now, but now you should basically have just some little bangs and face framing in the front, and this is where we start cutting the rest of the layers. So take a tiny section at the top, basically just your bangs straight back, taking about that much on each side, and then each section that I'm not cutting, I'm just gonna clip back out of the way. Okay, so now you have this top section of your hair. If you don't have layers yet, this is probably really long, and then you have the short piece here that was your bangs. Take your bangs and then another little piece behind them. The pieces that I'm taking are like an inch wide, and I'm gonna brush those together at the angle that my hair is gonna fall. So I'm not brushing it all forward or like backwards or anything. I'm just brushing it straight down the side of my head to how this hair actually falls. And then you're basically gonna do the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna slide my fingers down until I find kind of where my bangs end. And then from there, cut diagonally into the hair to blend it into that next section. Okay, so now you have the bangs that are a little shorter and then a section behind the bangs that's a little longer, but it's blending downwards from the bangs at a diagonal with the bangs, if that makes sense. So each section that you're cutting is like starting at the longest piece of the guide section before it and going diagonally that way, getting a little bit longer. Now I'll take like that part that I just cut and a little more behind it, and this is how it's going to end up all looking very like cohesive and connected. And I'll find where that piece ends, which was right there, clearly it popped out, and just cut diagonally into the next part that I'm holding. And then I'll take the end of that part that I just cut and more hair behind it, and where that one pops out, which is right around there, and do the same thing, just cut diagonally. Literally just doing that same exact process, working all the way back. So now I'm like kind of back at the crown part here will be the next part that I cut. I warned you guys, this is like a complicated haircut because it's just what I figured out over the years of cutting my own hair. This is not some like ponytail butterfly cut type tutorial. And when I'm at the back section, I do just pull it forward a little bit so that I can see, like, it just makes it easier for me. I'm not gonna cut my own hair where I can't even see it. That's crazy. So I am gonna pull it forward a little more. Does that also contribute to the back being longer than the front? Yes, because you're like pulling it forward and then cutting it up here instead of cutting it straight back, but whatever. I'm pulling it to the side like that. I can already see the part that I just cut is right there. It's falling out as I slide down. So then I just cut diagonally to there. I'm gonna do that exact same thing on this side. Okay, and then once you've cut both sides, they should be pretty even, but I still take two pieces from the back like that, and they're like pretty even. I will just also at an angle, kind of even it out like that if I need to. Make sure that where they meet up in the back, it's pretty much the same as well. And that is going to be the whole first layer, obviously based on the bangs. That's why I said to not cut the bangs like too short and end them where you want the layer to start. Now you see how they're like angled and blended around the rest of my head based on where my bangs ended here. Okay, so now I'm gonna gather up all that hair that I already cut and move on to the next section. By the way, I'm like fully expecting all of you guys to not actually try this after watching this video, because everyone always asks me how I do this and then I try to explain it and it's way too complicated. Like genuinely, I don't expect most people to actually try cutting their hair like this, but if you want to, like, it's actually what I do. You see me doing it right now and it works for me. So, and then go like an inch out on each side from there to make the next section of what I'm gonna cut all the way around to the back. And I'm gonna take some more clips and clip down all of it that I'm not gonna be cutting to also keep that all out of the way and not get it confused with the part that I am cutting. And since you have already cut all of your face framing in this full section of your hair right here, it's the exact same every single layer. You're just finding where the face framing is. So that's on this section. This next piece is right here is where it's falling out. So that's where it's going to start being cut. And I'm going to take a little bit behind that, bring it straight down where my hair would actually be. And there's where it came out. So that's where I'm going to cut diagonally a little bit into that piece, always creating that nice like angle into each cut. Okay, and now this piece that I just cut once again becomes the guide for the next piece behind it. So right around there, straight down diagonal cut at the side of my head, like where it's actually gonna lay. Find where it starts coming out, which was right there, and cut diagonal. See how we're getting this nice swoopy like rounded shape right there? Okay, and then I do the same thing on the other side. And let me show you just one piece on this side really quick too, just to explain how I'm doing it, because this is like the side where it doesn't really work with being right-handed. It's hard to cut the right side of your hair. So I'm taking the piece in the front and then the piece behind it that I'm gonna be cutting based on the front piece, like you guys know by now. And sometimes I'll even use the brush like with the hair while I do this, and stand kind of angled like this so I can still try to brush it as close as possible to how it's actually gonna fall and see how it's coming out right there. Then I can still see what I'm doing and I will start sort of diagonally cutting it into the rest down like that. Give me that same little swoopy situation. And then same as I did on the first section, I'll just take the two back parts that I already cut and lift them all the way up and see that they're like about the same. And if they're not quite, I will just snip them at an angle like that so that what's longest stays in the middle. So you can see how that layer is looking pretty good. You can kind of see where this like roundedness is already starting to come in. After I do each section, I'll take down all the hair that I have cut already, brush it back down on top of the piece that I just did, just to make sure that it all looks relatively like blended and connected and everything, because by basing it all on the face framing, it's all kind of inherently blended, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a hairstylist. I've said that a million times by now. You guys know. I don't even know if that's like true based on what you learn in hair school, but it works for me every time when I do it this way, and it like makes sense in my head. So, and then I'll just take all the hair that's been cut already, get that out of the way, and move on to the next section. So it's pretty much all the same. Like, I'm literally doing that same thing over and over again while I work my way down to the bottom. So I'm gonna do a couple more layers, just touch it up like I've been doing. I'm literally cutting off like this much right now. If your hair is long with no layers and you're doing this like for the first time, you might be cutting off like that much hair, like who knows. So I just finished my last section, which is once I get to this last like inch of my hair here, I keep all of my hair sort of angled based on that piece, because that was where we ended the face framing. Remember, this was where we decided this is going to be the shortest part of the front of the hair and that wants to connect with the longest part in the back. So this will be the last section. Don't like do a section here and then have some weird hair under here that you have to like connect somehow. Just when you get to this last part at the bottom, include it all in one big section for the end. That's also going to help you keep the ends in the back looking a little more full and not like too stringy. You can see it has this nice like blended rounded shape right here. So that's why when it's in the front, it all looks nice and layered, even though that's all technically one section that was cut together. It gives it that rounded shape like this. And especially if your hair is curly while you're doing this, you should really be able to see, like, even just from kind of going like this, because it'll have more texture, the round shape already kind of showing. Honestly, it should be looking like relatively rounded kind of from every angle. You can see that it's got kind of a rounded shape going here. You go like this a little bit and kind of lift it all up from the top and let it stack on top of itself. You should see sort of a roundness starting to go like that way too. So that's like the whole base of the haircut. At this point, you're pretty much done. Like, you can just be done now if you want to, and that's the haircut. Okay, I just restyled it a tiny bit with my Shark Glossy just so you guys could see the shape a little bit more. Honestly, I do all that to get this. I kind of think it's a butterfly cut. Like, when it's straight and I see people with butterfly cuts, which is like the Sabrina Carpenter haircut, I feel like this is really so much what they look like. So like I said at the beginning, you could just start with one of those butterfly cut or like wolf cut tutorials and try kind of copying that first with like the 2 ponytails, and you might get a really similar result that's way easier. So I honestly would maybe start with that, because those also cut less off the ends and like the length and everything, and maybe just try it. And if you like that, great. If you don't, then maybe try this. But this does just look so much like a butterfly cut to me that I feel like that's going to give you a really similar result. The only thing is maybe mine is like a little bit more layered in the back, like here, than a butterfly cut would give you. And that's how I end up getting so much of this volume back here too. I love this glossy, by the way. I'm still like learning how to do my bangs when I do this, but like I did it with them. Obviously it's off right now, but it's still like a little warm, so I'm just gonna do them a little bit more. I did them kind of like that, and like I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, and like that's pretty cute, right? And I do feel like this thing made my hair super smooth and glossy. So shout out Shark, I love this. Okay guys, that's really honestly like all I do. If you're styling your hair curly, obviously I would wash it and restyle it, and then you can like individually fix any curls here and there if there are any that look a little out of place once it's washed and styled and everything. But for the most part, it should be pretty good and blended because of the way that that haircut works. I'm only on like day 2 of my blowout right now, so I'm not gonna wash and style my hair. Okay, yeah, that is the full in-depth haircut tutorial, you guys. I hope that that was helpful and like answered all your questions. Sorry it's taken me so long to get this up. I've just been like putting it off, and editing YouTube videos takes way longer than like a TikTok or a reel or something. So needed a little more time to get through this one. Hope that that answers all your questions. I know that it's more complex than I can really show like in good detail on a TikTok or a reel or something. So of course, if you still have questions for me, just put them in the comments and I'll try to answer all of them. If you try this and it works for you, like I want to see it. So can you, I don't know how you can send me a picture, but like comment a picture, send me a picture. I don't know. I love seeing when people do my haircut, or even when they like go to a hairstylist and use my haircut as the inspo. I just think that's like the coolest, craziest thing ever, and it makes me so happy to see because that's like amazing. Okay, love you guys. Bye. I don't know how to like style my bangs when they're straight still. That's kind of cute, right? Okay, that's better.